All right, 49er fans, this one is going to be tough. Definitely in a lot of 49er fans' minds. When we looked at the 2018 season and we were marking down games that we really thought that the 49ers could win, I think everybody circled both Cardinal games as games that were winnable games that we thought we were going to be able to do it. With the injuries that the 49ers have had, definitely with Jimmy Garoppolo going down and CJ Beathard taking over as the starting quarterback, this game turned into a question mark. CJ Beathard and the 49ers played a lot better than they thought they would against the Chargers. My early thoughts about the Chargers game was that I thought that the Chargers were just going to take us, and we were just got to hold on for the ride and see how bad it was going to be. As we got closer to game day, as the 49er quotes started rolling in from members of offense as well as defense, giving Beathard their vote of confidence, saying, hey, let's hold out and see what happens in game time. But Beathard's a gamer, and he's going to surprise a lot of people. I was all in, and I got to the point where I thought maybe the 49ers were really going to surprise somebody and come out for a victory. The Cardinals is a team that even last year, with Beathard, I believe, was the starting quarterback. Maybe he hadn't taken over yet, but I can remember us going to overtime. I believe it was an overtime game where we got beat by a touchdown from, was Carson Palmer the starting quarterback last year? I think he rode off into the sunset. So Palmer throwing the ball to Larry Fitzgerald. Definitely in my mind, somebody cover Larry Fitzgerald. That's pretty much one of the only ways I can see the 49ers just getting beat. It's just Fitzgerald lighting us up. I know that Larry Fitzgerald, I believe, has the record for the most touchdowns against the 49ers as a franchise. The history of the team, nobody has scored much more touchdowns than Larry Fitzgerald has, and he's got our number. I mean, every game you look up that Fitzgerald's played against the 49ers, he's killed us. And he's got a rookie quarterback that's going to be back there, Josh Rosen, and I think that Josh Rosen didn't have the best game last week. The Cardinals are 0-4, so maybe they haven't had a good game yet. But I am really surprised that the Cardinals are going in the direction where Sam Bradford was signed as their starting quarterback, and now they're just sitting him down, saying he's inactive, and not paying him, pretty much. He's losing a lot of money each and every week. I think everybody's seen the headlines, or maybe they've read the story. To bring somebody in and then just to sit them down and say you're inactive so you don't have to give them a certain amount of money, to me, honestly, that's just sort of chicken shit. And if I'm Bradford or maybe Bradford's agent, I'm just trying to find some way to get out of Arizona. I know that Bradford has never really been the guy to run his mouth. When he was in St. Louis, and then he was where he went to Minnesota. I think he's been a few different spots. I'm trying to remember where St. Louis traded him to, but he was at another spot too. I know he's never really been an outspoken kind of guy, but trying to find some way, maybe even just running your mouth to get cut by the team and maybe get a chance to play somewhere else, or at least be on the roster where it's a little bit more respectable, just to get taken off the roster just because you want to play somebody else and they don't have to pay you. I've never really seen anything like that in football, at least them just come out publicly and say it. The Niners need to have a good, productive day for Marquise Goodwin. Hopefully he's going to be 100% and he's going to be ready to be out there. Definitely George Kittle has been seen as one of the best options for Beathard to be throwing the football around. Hopefully the offensive line, mostly Joe Staley, is going to be 100% ready to go out there and they can protect. And maybe we can get something going out of the backfield. Definitely last week we only had 9 touches from Beretta in the backfield. Hopefully we can see him getting more yards than just 39. He's been big parts of the first 3 games. I guess the first 2 games of the NFL season. Week 3, he fell a little bit flat, but you can't really punish the guy for playing hurt and actually getting out there. So The 49ers, hopefully we can get something going on defense and put something together. Hopefully we can put another victory on the board, get us back to 500, being 2-2 in the NFL West. I think right now we're just sort of looking for a productive season moving in. I know that a lot of people, we talk about this years past where the Niners were piss poor horrible, is just find a way to get a good draft pick. If we're not going to win, we might as well not win. I always sort of look at it the other way. If you're rooting on this team, you know that you're going to be watching, you know that you're going to be listening. It's not fun to listen to your team lose week in and week out, even if you think that they're going to get better in the long run by being able to draft maybe another lineman or something on defense that's going to help us. Let's just play the games out, see how they land. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. And at least be able to see, what we got. I'm not ready to just tank the whole season out. If we can beat the Cardinals, beat the damn Cardinals. That's what's going to be fun. So, peace out. I'll see you guys down the road.